Debbie Georgianni joining us now with her thoughts on today's Word of the Day. Good morning, Debbie.
Well, good morning, Ron and Tim. Thank you so much for having me. I love the Word of the Day, especially looking forward to Fridays. And so the word speak. And so my question is hearing, Dave's reflections always on the Word of the Day, or I hear it earlier in the morning when I do the morning show. Let me ask you this question. When you hear that word speak, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
I think, for some reason, speak, Lord, your servant is listening is what comes to mind for me.
Okay, speak, Lord. Okay, so you're wanting God to speak to you.
Yeah,
right?
And I'm always praying that I'm receptive, that I'm listening.
That you're listening. Right. And see, it's interesting. So when I hear speak, the first thing I think of is what we do here on Catholic media. It's the very first thing I think of because, proclaiming the truth with charity and clarity, right? Mm-hmm. And you do it so well, Ron. Tim, you do it so brilliantly. Dave, we know, just is able to do it so naturally. He's so gifted in that area. But I think about that all the time with Catholic radio. I mean, it was just what, Ron? Just a few years back, so many areas didn't even have Catholic radio.
It's amazing.
Right? Yeah. And now all across the world through apps and other ways to connect, we can reach people. More souls can be reached with the gospel message 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, what we do right here, right, at Annunciation Radio. I love that. And to speak the words but you're right, to also have God speak to us. So it's this beautiful relationship of getting it out there on the airwaves. And I go back to Father Thomas Loya of Light of the East, saying that God is sanctifying the airwaves. And and you can't, this, Ron, you're a radio veteran, a radio professional. You can't have silence on radio.
Right.
And I go into this because I think it's so important, especially, now granted, we have this great honor and privilege and responsibility to be behind the microphones, right? But in our world, we have many opportunities to speak the truth, many opportunities to speak and represent Christ into the world. And I think it's important we do that. Now, the world's been telling us, be quiet, don't speak, go in the corner, go away, right? And so it's important that we muster up that strength and courage to speak the truth, the gospel truth, to get the message out there, to be as best we possibly can be Christ in the world, and to listen and have God speak to us, so that we are filled with the Spirit, so that we do continue on this journey. It's really quite amazing. At one word, speak. If you really just sit for a moment and meditate on that and say, okay, what does that mean? What am I supposed to do as a Catholic Christian? You can really go into deep places and think about different scenarios where it's going to come up. And I think of this, at the workplace. So many of us spend 8, even more hours a day in the workplace, and we're with people, coworkers, that we can evangelize to in many ways. Oftentimes we're afraid to speak, maybe because we could lose our job or something of that nature. But we can speak in various ways by the way we conduct ourselves in our manners, in our ethics, and our rule, and the way we obey the rules and things of that nature. That speaks volumes to people. There's so many ways to look at this. I think words are so powerful. We don't take time to really just sit and contemplate and meditate on things. But when you do, you realize, we've all been given this great gift of life. And in order to do and live our best life and to get back home to God, it is important that we listen and we speak at the right times, and we do all the things to really show that we are believers of Christ.
Yeah, and really, for us in Catholic radio, our daily prayer really is let something that is said, that is spoken, on the radio today, whether it's from one of the many shows or even one of the public service announcements or something that comes through the airwaves, touches one's soul today, that brings one soul closer or from the darkness into the light. That's kind of our daily prayer. And I know with the Take Two family, for example, 10 years you've been on the air. And, of course, there are so many ways for people to hear and then to reach out and to speak as well. So we're given a great gift, and we need to recognize that. And, by the way, happy anniversary. 10 years, huh?
Thank you. We're celebrating today. It's actually Sunday on Father's Day, so we're celebrating today 10 years, and we're asking all the Take Two family to call in and share what they learned, one thing or many things over the 10 years. We've already received many emails, one coming in from Portugal that I actually posted on Jerry and Debbie Facebook page and also my Facebook page, Debbie Georgianni. But if anybody wants to read it, because this wonderful professor from Portugal, he captured the essence of Take Two completely. And we're so grateful. I have to say, I'm so grateful for you, Ron, and grateful for you, Tim, and Dave Asherez, and everything you're doing at Annunciation Radio. You guys work overtime to bring us so many beautiful programs 24/7. So thank you for everything you have done and continue to do for us.
Well, it's such a joy and opportunity and privilege, and I know you feel that way too as well. But I'm a little puzzled. So the 15th is really the anniversary or the Sunday, right?
Yes, and we're celebrating.
Why are you not coming in on Sunday to do a special show? I just don't get it.
I know. Well, everybody said that. They go, you should do a special. We're like, okay, that's 7 days a week then, because we've got the Spirit World on Saturday.
That's right, yes. Well, happy anniversary. We'll be listening at noon
you.
today. Take Two
you
with
so
Jerry
much.
and Debbie. We can't wait to hear all of you speak.
Yes, amen.